Are you ready for war as a Chelsea fan? Are you ready to see this guy have a masterclass for the next week? Are you ready to see people start flipping the narrative on my football club and all of a sudden praising us? Then come and join Ches99 in his channel where we talk consistently about the rise of Chelsea and the fall of Liverpool, etc. Because Chelsea on the up, and as you can see from this weekend, a lot of teams are on their down. But first things first, smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I will be turning sub mode on only. I'm waffling there. Yeah, so I will be turned on. And chat. Are you ready? Let's go. Do you know what I'm saying? Are you ready, bro? I don't think the chat is ready. Chat, are you ready? Let me know in the chat right now. I know some of you are ready for war. Are you ready for war? Let me know if you're ready for war, man. Because there's a lot of stuff happening this week, which is very, very important for Chelsea season. Apparently, there's some good news with Cole Palmer. Esteban was spoken about. Cucurella came out and spoke. Let me know how you guys are feeling, and let me know how you're feeling about the team moving forward. But guys, are you ready for war? Are you ready to fight? Are you ready to battle? You know what I'm saying? Because I am, and I can explain why I am as well. I can explain it. But yeah, first discretion's out the way. 50% of people who watch, 50% of you are not subscribed. I want to hit 2,050 subs as soon as possible. Obviously, people on other streams right now. So if you can hit the like button as well, that help me a long way. And we could definitely boost up the numbers in here, which would be great. But a lot of you are not subscribed. I want to have a good Chelsea chat, man. That's all I want, really. All I want for Christmas is subs. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a sub for me, bro. On the G thing. Do your thing. Subscribe to my channel. I want 5 more subs today so I can hit that lovely 2,450 mark. That'll be fantastic. You know? Great. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So hopefully you guys can help me do that. And yeah, big up Mr. J Shaw. Big up Cold-Blooded Immortal. What is everyone saying, man? Chelsea fans in the chat, let me know if you're here. Go Winter's first are joining now. We're getting involved. And yeah, it's good to see, man. It's very good to see. But people, I might actually start today with the updates because this isn't going to be a terribly long show. So let's start with the updates. And obviously, Maresca's come out and said some good stuff that a lot of you are going to be happy with. And let's start with the main one. I think you guys know what I'm going to talk about. I think you guys know what I am going to talk about. And it's very, very interesting because a lot of people were very skeptical of Chelsea and Cole Palmer in particular. Apparently, Coke is our new sponsor, chat. So put it on the screen first. Apparently, Coke is our new sponsor. I don't know what this is about. I don't know why this is relevant, but apparently, Coke is Chelsea's new sponsor. Apparently, now they've sponsored our games, which is good to see. And we need to get these sponsors and stuff like that sorted out, innit? We need to get them sorted out because we don't even have is it a sleeve sponsor or front of shirt sponsor? One of those sponsors we don't even have yet, bro. It's actually crazy. We don't have one of these sponsors. I'm thinking, bro, how could big Chelsea Football Club not have one of these sponsors? It's a mad thing. I can't lie to you, it's mad. But yeah, it's crazy. Be out Dave in the cut. I need to see our shirt sponsors. Apparently, Chelsea, our Coca-Cola is a new official soft drink supplier across the UK for Chelsea. So that's quite a good one. A big brand. And the news you guys will be waiting for. Enter Maresca on Cole Palmer. We don't know when, but for sure he'll be back soon. He is already on the pitch, touching the ball, and the feeling is good. So that kind of contradicts what he said the other day. Then he said maybe the interview asks about Barcelona and Arsenal, and he said, we are talking for tomorrow's game, Barca. After that, we start to think about Arsenal. I don't think so at the moment that he'll be available versus Arsenal. At the moment. I think he'll be available. I just don't think he wants to say anything because obviously, you know, you don't want to give the opposition too much information. But in my opinion, I think Palmer will be back for at least one of these games. Now, for you lot, for how long? Here's the thing, yeah. I want you guys to let me know in the chat, how long do you think? Like, do you think he'll play against Arsenal or Barca. I might even put a poll in the chat to get this chat popping. Make sure, guys, you like in the video as well. So it helps me and boost the subs and help boost the likes and the engagement on this video. But I'm going to put a poll in the chat right about now. And I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to put your votes in the chat and let me know how you're feeling. Because I want to see in the chat if you guys think he's going to play or feature games. I genuinely don't know. That's why I'm asking you lot. I don't know if he's going to feature. But I'll put a poll in the chat to find out. Let me put a poll in the chat. If it'll allow me to do so, that is. Guys, not let me do a poll. I don't know why. I'll pattern this in a second. But yeah, let me know in the chat if you think he plays either of the games. Not starting, but do you think he'll play? That's what I want to know from you lot. Do you think he'll play? Not starting any of the games, but do you think he'll play at all? Because that's very important if he could play, man. I don't know why it's not letting me do a poll. I'll try and sort that out for you guys. But yeah. Let me know in the chat if you think he'll play either of these games. Put yes or no. Yes if you think he will, and no if you don't think he will. Go, Andrew. We shouldn't rush. Of course, apology, but the way Maresca's talking, I don't think he's talking about rushing him. I just think he's stating that he can play. As you guys can see by the update, I think I tweeted it as well. But Fabrizio Romano also mentioned it. So we get up on the screen because you guys like the visuals. There we go. And he says here, Cole Palmer will be back soon. He's already on the pitch feeling good. Back for Arsenal game, question mark. Focus on Barca for now. After that, we'll start to think about Arsenal. So that does imply he could even feature tomorrow. I'm not even just making that up. Ches, you ever stubbed your toe so hard it fractures? I haven't, which is why I think they were over-exaggerating a little bit. Because how do you go from he's fractured his toe, he's definitely not going to make it, to all of a sudden he's saying, back for the Arsenal game, let's focus on Barcelona first, meaning he'll feature. Then we'll see if he starts against Arsenal or plays a lot more. This week does not make or break our season, regardless of our feelings about. Of course, it doesn't, but I think it helps with our feelings. Say, I think that's the point. Winning this week, both games, or winning one, drawing one, would help with how we feel about our team. It definitely doesn't change the outcome of our season because at the end of the day, it's only game week 13, and the Champions League isn't even over yet. There's only the group stages, so obviously it doesn't mean everything, but it definitely gives everybody a good feeling and a good indicator. You know. What are you saying with yourself, though, man?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, man. Just us today, we were to talk very rationally, but Cole Palmer, these comments are weird because the other day he literally said he's for sure out for both games, and now it's as managers do, they lie. Now it's we'll see if he's going to feature against Barca and Arsenal. So I don't
know if that is the same. If that quote's like linked to Cole, I just think he just said he's focusing on Barca, not Arsenal. I don't know if they're two quotes smashed together. It's very weird. You need to actually see him say these words because sometimes they just don't quote him properly. And I don't think he meant like Cole's going to be there for Barca or Arsenal. I just think he's just focusing on the Barca game and Arsenal's afterwards. He's just focusing one game at a time. I don't think he means it for Palmer.
The only reason why I said that is because he said this. He said, we don't know when for sure, but he'll be back soon. So they're both vague, right?
Yeah.
They're not specific. They said he's already on the pitch, which is very specific.
Yeah.
He's playing and he's feeling good, meaning he's fit. He's getting match fit with the football. So not match fit. He's getting more fitness with the football. Well, he doesn't know when he'll be back, but he will be back soon. So that does imply he can be back in the next 2 games. That's just mean. But I'm not overdoing it. I'm just kind of stating what he said. I don't really mind either way. I think we can get results in both games without him. But it would be good to get him back because I think it adds a different dimension to our team. I think it will boost the team a bit more. Like he said, he is our Haaland. He's our, he's our Yamal. Yeah, like so it just gives extra belief to the team that you might look over, see Palmer on the bench, add that extra like bit of competition, a bit of ball.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, for Smash Light Stream, man. Early show today. Early show for you guys. I've done it early today for obvious reasons. Man United play later on. Very congested streams as well. Big 6. So best time to do it with you now. Hope you guys are okay with that. I heard Barca not training at the bridge. Well, to be fair, the game is tomorrow, so it'd have to be today. They're training, no? So probably not. He'll most likely be given 20 minutes. I think he'll play tomorrow a little bit and play a little bit for Arsenal. I actually genuinely think that.
I think the context of the game. I think the context really matters tomorrow. What, like, how the game is going, in terms of if we're for instance, if we're like, and I'm saying if we're like 2-0 up and there's like 15 minutes to go, then like they might give him like the 15 minutes just to feel around or something like that. If it's like 0-0 with the 15 minutes to go, I don't know if they'll bring him on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I feel like for me, I don't know. I feel, you know what it is, Andrew, yeah? Like, Maresca doesn't rush players back. He
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly.
rush players back. So for him to say, we'll see if I think when the reporters asked him, Andrew, is will he play against Arsenal? And he's gone, well, we don't even know about Barca yet. So one game at a time.
I just need to see the question with the
Well,
answer.
I think it's been asked because that question was in relation to Cole Palmer. It wasn't a general talking about the game. It was
Okay.
yeah. So I'm just gonna put a poll in the chat for you guys. Will Palmer feature in these next 2 games? That's all I want to know. Yes or no, and we can move on. But hey, how are you feeling after the win? Do you feel like it's exactly what we needed? Do you feel like the results are our way, or do you feel like it's much of the same? Doesn't really mean much. We keep moving.
No, I feel the same as I did on Saturday. I feel it was a very good performance. Like, it's a performance. It's not the best game, but it's the performance that I needed, that I wanted. We didn't have to overexert ourselves at all. Comfortable, professional performance. No injuries. Got to rest Esteval and Caicedo. Fofana didn't need to play. Reece James took off at half time. Gave Badiashile 45 minutes on his comeback. Gave Santos some much needed 90 minutes. Gittins some much needed 90 minutes. Neto stepped up and played well. I thought it was a very the performance I was wanting in the preview last week. That this is the type of performance I wanted. Didn't have to be frills and spills. Do you know what I mean? Just get the job done, comfortable as it was. The second goal could have come a lot earlier, but in the end, it still came and it was comfortable and another clean sheet. So it's good preparation for Barcelona. I know they won at the new camp at the weekend, but I think we're going into that playing well. Won 5 out of the last 6 games, so it's I don't think I fear I don't think there's a fear of Barcelona. Let me just retract that. I mean, not fear, but there's a healthy respect for Barcelona's attack. But we know the way Hansi Flick is going to play. He's going to play with that high line. He doesn't change from that whatsoever, no matter who he's playing. So it's just how can we exploit that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100. I agree with you. I feel like it's not really confidence because Burnley's Burnley, but it just keeps the winning mentality.
Yeah,
You just want to keep winning games, and like the Carabao game, ironically, that was one of our drop points in 6 games. But it just seemed worse. It just seemed worse than it was because it was like a draw where you needed to win. So now this game becomes a must win because Barca.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be a must. It has to be a must.
I think Barca are 1 point ahead of us, and we're in that kind of lurky no man's zone where you don't want to be in this kind of are you going to be top 8? You kind of want to know. I don't really mind if we don't know. I'd rather just know whether we're going to be top 8 or not, because then you could just figure it out.
Top 8, you want to finish top 8 because you don't have to play those 2 extra playoff games. Do you know what
That's
I mean?
my point. That's what I'm saying. The Carabao draw meant that now this game's a must.
Yeah, now it's a must win. Whereas the Carabao, if we won the Carabao one,
you could draw this one.
You would go.
Yeah.
Draw if you drew against Barca, you'd go. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. You know what I mean?
And obviously, for this context of this week, even drawing both games, we will be leaving a bit disappointed because it's
yeah, I think.
I'll tell you why. Though. I'll tell you why. Because when you're at home, big up Mo. I already knew this, but he kind of says it all the time. Andrew, when you're at home against these teams, you always expect it was the home team to go for the win. So if we were at home to Barca, we expect Barca to be the favourites. Bayern at home, favourites. Arsenal playing any big team, favourites. City at home, favourites. So Chelsea, now we've improving. We can't be sitting at underdogs anymore and going, draw's okay. Nah, you got to try.
No, but I think in these 2 games, we're not favourites for these 2 games. So we are not we're not the favourites for these 2 games. So that fits into the mindset of this team's what this team likes. They like to be.
You think underdogs? You think underdogs for this game? Seriously?
Yeah, I think they're underdogs. I think they'll be up for you.
Ah.
Definitely for the Arsenal game. Definitely for the Arsenal game.
I wouldn't say we're underdogs for tomorrow's game, though.
I think we are. I think we're seen as that. I don't think we're seen as favourites. I think we're seen. There's a difference between favourites and have a chance. Do you know what I mean? There's difference.
I think a lot of people will tip Chelsea to win this game.
Maybe, but I think it's not going to be like an 80-20 split and people favouring Chelsea to win. It's going to be more like maybe 55-45 in either direction. Do you know what I mean? It's something like 51-49 in either direction or something like that. People are going to look at Barca's attack. They always score like that. Can we hold out? Can we do this? Can we do that? Can we stop Yamal and Rashford and stuff like that?
Yeah, I hear that in terms of like Rashford has a great record against Chelsea. Yamal's obviously a baller, rivaling Esteval for the young players, being top ballers. Yamal's a world-class talent, generational talent potentially as well, as he's going right now. So no one's going to sit here and say like Barca don't have more than enough in midfield. Their defense probably is their weakest area of ours, but obviously the matchup everybody wants to see is about Yamal, who can come out on top. You know, everyone wants to see.
No. Switch Esteban for Cucurella. That's the matchup.
True. True.
Because I don't know who their left back is. Because I think Balde's out injured, so I don't know who their left back is, and I don't even know if Esteban's going to start. You know what I mean?
A lot of questions in this chat. I'll try and respond to some of them. G, my boy, says, are you more confident for a result against Arsenal or Barcelona? I don't know. I don't that way around.
Barcelona definitely more confident of a result against Barcelona than against Arsenal.
But G, I know what Andrew just said, but what's my favourite saying to my chat? Football doesn't work the way we think it does.
No, it doesn't. No.
So,
and I will say this:
Andrew will logically give you reasons why Barca's probably an easier game. Would I be surprised if we lost and then beat Arsenal? No, I wouldn't.
But I think the last two times we played, Arsenal at home, we've been better than them.
No, 100%. I don't think.
And it's the goal. And I'm not getting on him. But I'm just being factual. The goalkeeper cost us in both games last. He kicked the ball to Rice.
To be fair,
and then he didn't cover the front post. He didn't cover
the last game. I more blame on Colwell because he literally left the line.
But if you look at when Martinelli shot, there's no way a goalkeeper should leave his front post out there.
Goal. I hear what you're saying about the actual finish, but if you look back at the goal, I think there was 3 guys who were all onside.
I understand that. That can happen.
You could have passed it to Saka, you would have tapped it in anyway.
There's no justification for leaving the post like that from Martinelli, especially Martinelli not on form.
But anyway, guys, the point me and Andrew trying to make is, even though we're arguing on that point, is we play better against Arsenal. We both need to win the game.
Yeah.
We need to win the game. I don't want to, even if we draw, I won't be sitting here going, hey, guys, we drew. No, I won't.
Yeah.
I won't be. I'll be very disappointed because we need to beat these guys, man. Not because we haven't beaten them, because for this season. Forget the past. I'm talking about today. But anyway, Cole didn't play on side chat. Whoever it was, I don't know if it was Safana, James, I don't know who it was. But Andrew knows what I'm talking about. One guy was completely out of place. It might have been Badishile. Someone was out of place. They left like 3 guys on. The finish was terrible because the goalkeeper should have saved it. We move. But
the overall thing is, though, is that we played. I think we played better than them in both home games of the last 2 years than them, and we should have got more than the points of each game out of them. Especially the first one, the 2-2. Yeah. Especially the 2-2 one. Because we were handling them for 75 minutes.
Yeah, everyone in here, can you do me a favor? Need 30 people in here. If you all smash the like, it'll go a long way. And for anybody who's not subbed, by the way, get me to 2,450 subs. That's a big number. I'm 5 away. So if you're not subbed, do me a favor, sub to me, and follow Andrew on Twitter. I'm going to put it down below. And he features all these shows. When you see him, big him up from Ches and myself. But Ches, we're just starting 11 tomorrow. We'll go through that tomorrow, bro. So,
dreaded predicted lineup.
And what did I say on the weekend, chat? I was like,
I know you're right. But I said to
and we literally got it wrong. I think I said it won't play. I said this to the boys. I said this.
I said we'd get it wrong.
Play. I was right.
People were right, but I said we'd still get it wrong no matter what side we picked. We wouldn't get anything. All right.
But yeah, chat, to answer that question, Faye, I know you're a big fan and you always watch. I'll be doing a live tomorrow as always. So during the day, I'll do a live on the Barca game. I'll do it a bit later on, maybe like 5 o'clock, just before the game as well. So it's really tense and tight. Might have more news on Parma and stuff. Last time we beat Arsenal at our own ground was in 2018, 7 years ago. Literally, it's very bad.
Yeah, 3-2.
Very, very bad. Very, very bad. Yeah, hit the like from people now. I'm going to refresh this live to make sure we're on the like goal appropriate for this stream. Me and Andrew taking our time out during work to help you guys with this content. So do me a favor and smash that like. It's only on 20 likes. So we need 10 more likes. Come on, chat. But yeah, Andrew, let's talk about something else now. So Palmer update for anyone who doesn't know who's just joined the stream. Palmer looks like he's going to return this week. We don't know when, we don't know how. Like Andrew said, the context matters. If we're winning 2-0 tomorrow, you might see him for a bit longer. But Palmer is definitely fit to play. The only reason why he didn't play or start the other day is because of a fractured toe, which apparently is an issue, but he can play.
And it's not his big toe, because if it was his big toe, he'd be out for ages if it was his big toe.
Facts. It's definitely one of like the middle ones.
I think it's his little toe. Who, let's face it, right, Ches? I think in the history of mankind, 99.99% of humans have fractured their small toe in some way and don't even know it.
It's very common.
Don't even know it. People can step on a little toe and fracture it. Do you know what I mean? That's what can happen.
Bro, if you play sport, everybody's little toe is a funny thing in sport, Andrew. If you play sport, your little toe is always like finished, bruised, but you don't really feel it. Because
exactly.
Like athlete's foot is so common. People don't even know they have it. They just don't even check.
No.
Because sweat and build up and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, people, Palmer should be okay. The question was this, by the way. So I was correct, Andrew. I'll show you on the screen before we move on.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just want to. I didn't.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I want to clarify for the chat as well as yourself. It said, could Palmer make Arsenal? And he said, we are here for Barca. After that, we'll see about Arsenal. So it does very much.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. So it looks like, guys, good news. Palmer should be back for one of these 2 games. Yeah. Come on, man. You know Palmer's gonna bag, guys. You know, Andrew. You know, Palmer's bagging in one of these games and he's gonna gas the whole. That board's gonna get slapped. You know they slap.
Bro. I'm happy for 2 1-0 penalty wins and he slaps them both in both games. You know what I mean?
A penalty would be poetic to come back and score 2 pens. Yo, let me just catch myself and relax. You get me, chat. I don't want to get too excited. Palmer got one of his long middle toes that is mangled now. That's funny. He's a tall guy. He probably has big toes.
There was a rumor. You have to take it for his pinch of salt on Twitter, but there was a rumor that the reason he'd had a fractured toe is that he forgot to put his car in like the handbrake on, and it rolled over his like big toe.
Oh, God. So dopey. That's funny, man. But people, I wanted to go on a little segment with you guys. What do you guys think about Santos, Enzo, Caicedo midfield? Yeah, I said this to... Who argued against this? I forgot. I don't know if it was Andrew. But I said I would play these 3 tomorrow. But obviously people disagree with me. But I think we should go with more of a robust 3 and kind of like stifle the game in midfield. Utilize James and Cucurella a bit more.
I think he's going.
I don't think we can do this all-out attack that play 2 like Enzo Caicedo. Well, I think we get 2 cut open. What do you think?
Here's my thought. I think he does go for 3 midfield, but not the 3 you're thinking of, because I think he's going to keep Santos on a bench as a just in case, and he's going to either play Reece or Gusto in midfield. And he's going to push. He's going to push Enzo up, and João Pedro's going to be the 9. And the Lap's going to be on the bench.
I don't think the Lap starts tomorrow. He might.
No, I don't. I think he'll go João Pedro with that high line. I think he'll go João Pedro up top, Enzo just floating around, Gusto or Reece with Caicedo, and then the fascinating thing for me is actually the winger situation.
We know for sure Garnacho's starting tomorrow.
That's I thought he would have started against Burnley.
No, see, this is what I'm saying. I didn't put him in my team.
No, you didn't. I thought he would have started against Burnley.
No, I had a feeling. You got to think about it. He
started more regularly in the Premier League than in other competitions.
He likes Garnacho in big games because whether we like it or not, Garnacho is a big game player, Andrew. He's a big game player. He's good at big games. Why is he good at big games, chat? Because he's perfect against high lines and teams with possession. Garnacho, like he did it with Man United, scores in big games, because the teams that push us and press us, Garnacho's good in space. Garnacho's not good against low blocks. That's why, ironically, Andrew, he actually would have been good against Burnley because they didn't have a low block.
Mm.
So I'm saying he's
Yeah.
a first team player. People don't like to see it, but this is why I said when we signed him, people shouldn't overreact because he's not as bad as everyone made out. He's not. And now everyone's telling me, oh, it's gone from he's terrible to Arches, he's decent. So now he's already improved a little bit in the space of like 10 games. So the point I think he's a starter now if he keeps performing like this, Andrew.
I don't think he's a nailed-on starter. I just think Maresca likes to switch him around. He doesn't. We've seen it. Maresca, I think Chelsea are well clear in front of the amount of changes they make every game. Not just even during the game, just actual like starting lineups. I think we're like clear of any other team.
100%.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like there's Neto start because I think he played a full 90. Does he quench the thirst of the Chelsea fans and play Esteval?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those. They'll flip it around. So it's like because
the good thing is that I like the fact it's a quick turnaround. We find that tomorrow. I like that.
We'll find it tomorrow. Well, it's a very quick turnaround.
Yeah,
and then he'll make changes again for the Arsenal game. Like, is he going to change the centre back pairing again? You know what I mean?
Yes. This is the thing. Like, we're not going to, guys. Remember, we're going to speak in this more in depth tomorrow evening time, like 5 o'clock, about 2-3 hours before the game. So talk on the squad, the lineup, what we think. But if we're giving them quickly our thoughts, I mean, Andrew just said, I think he definitely starts Fofana, 100%.
Yeah.
I think 100% starts Garnacho, 100% Caicedo, Cucurella, James. That's already 5. Sanchez definitely starts. So now the other 5 is debatable.
I think João Pedro will play.
Cool. We agree on that.
Fernando. You said Enzo, didn't you? Said Enzo.
No, I didn't say Enzo. I didn't say Enzo.
Enzo Fernandez will definitely start.
So now what we're debating, guys, is the other centre back,
other midfielder.
The other
no, 2 wingers.
No. We've said 2 midfielders and Gusto. We haven't said Gusto yet.
Yeah.
So Gusto and then basically the right winger.
Yeah.
So there's not that much to actually decide over, really.
No, but again, he's making what, like 4 at least, I think 4 changes. I think I heard in there or something like that. 4 changes. What we just said, just from the game of Burnley,
so if you compare to Burnley, the people who
5, wouldn't it, if you add the other winger, so he's looking like nearly half the team.
Yes, if we go from starters who started the game, not the people who came on. The people who definitely won't play will be Gittins, definitely not.
Santos,
that's 2.
Tosin, one of the centre backs.
Tosin 1 billion won't play. Delap, that's 4. Yeah, so that makes sense. So those 4.
So at least 4 to 5 probably changes for the Barca game, and probably the same amount for the Arsenal game as well. They'll rotate the squad. I know why he's doing it because of the Club World Cup, and we didn't have a long season, so 100%. He has to do it. So I'm very fine with that. It's just
Stephen, you know what, for me, I genuinely think Fofana, the reason why he got rested is because he'll play both games.
Well, he said he wasn't injured. He's just managing him, and I understand why he's doing it.
I think he plays both games. I think he plays.
He's had 4 long-term knee injuries or long-term injuries since he's been with us. So he has to manage it.
Play both games, but I don't think he'll play 90 in both.
I don't know why people are questioning the medical staff in Maresca. Have you not seen Reece James? Like it's like we're not trusting to manage Reece James, the way he's doing it,
He came off the other day, Andrew, is he injured? Like, come on, people.
I can understand that because there wasn't a lot of
but the way he came on the pitch smiling in his coat, it didn't look like someone
he knew he wasn't injured, but it's like you can understand. It's like you play 45 minutes. What's going on? I think it
was 1-0 at that point, and we needed subs because the first half weren't great.
Well, he made 3, didn't he? He made 3. I think.
No, he brought on Badishile and someone else. I forgot now. Trev will play, so probably could be Trev. He's a bit pacier, and Fofana
just not on the left, man. Jesus Christ!
But I can't see him playing. Here's the thing, I can see him playing Esteval if Gusto and James start.
We can also see him playing.
That does make sense, isn't it? That does make sense because
you can also. I know people might agree. You can also. There's a justification to play Tosin the way he passes through the lines and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? In terms of
so does Fofana, to be fair.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. That's why when we do the predictive lineups, I guess it's all guesswork because it's not like a settled thing with him because he makes these changes all the time. So it's not something where we're going to get 100% right.
Yeah, I don't think Andrew's saying he advocates for tossing, but obviously
No, I
this
don't
game
advocate. I can
would
just see
suit
it.
him.
I just rather the problem is, and we saw it Saturday, is that when we discussed it, Chalobah on the right doesn't pass to the left. Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Chalobah on the left doesn't pass to the left. That's why Gittins wasn't getting anything on the ball, or even Cucurella wasn't getting anywhere. Well, you saw it when
that's a
Badashile.
shout. So Badashile could start.
You saw
Yeah,
it when Badashile came on. We used more of the pitch that way, and Burnley had less chances to do anything because we used the entire pitch. Whereas like first half, it was mainly down their left hand side, our right hand side. So it was like.
yeah. This is the thing. Like Badashile, you can get injured after these 2 games because you only last about 2 games. But please last, Andrew. Please last these 2 games. I beg. If you're going to last 2 games, please make it be these 2 games. Then he can be injured for 2 weeks. I don't care.
He might get the same he might just get like 45 minutes again. Like second half or something.
I think Badashile starts. I think he will start. The reason I'll tell you why. Yeah, he took off James 45 minutes. Why? Because he's going to play him and he wants to give him a bit of minutes, but also he wants to rest him. He rested Garnacho. Why? Obvious. He rested Fofana. Why? Obvious. The only
Do you
people
remember what I said? Do you remember what I said? Was it Friday when I said I got like nah. When I said there's a chance that he wants to play Reece James in back-to-back 90s against Barca and or a long period of time against Barca and Arsenal, and people shot me down for that because they didn't think he would like be prepared for it. I think he's preparing Reece to play, if not back-to-back 90s, a huge chunk of both games, whether it's 75 minutes or more, or up to 75 minutes. I think he's prepared to play Reece in that and then rotate him and then not play him against Leeds, so to speak, the Wednesday after. Do you know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Plus, remember, there's 5. Remember, after the game tomorrow, there's nearly enough 5 days between the 2 games, so nearly a week.
It's definitely enough. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they've got Bayern Munich. They got Bayern Munich the next day.
Yeah.
They got Bayern Munich the next day as well. So.
Yeah, because they play tomorrow, right? Wednesday.
No, they play Wednesday.
Yeah, they play Wednesday, then they play Sunday away. Obviously, it's in London, but yeah, I think in terms of the squad fitness wise, we're in a good position where me and Andrew can debate who's going to play, which is a good thing. We don't want to be in a position where it's like, we've been here before in against big teams in the Champions League with Enzo being our only good player. We're like, we know our team is so bad. Gallagher in the 10, Enzo in the 8. But now,
yeah, and then you get like a player like Asugu back, who could help as well. In like
I'm so happy he's coming back end of this year because we need him for January, February. We need him.
Right, exactly. You need him for the games.
That FA Cup, Champions League thing starts ramping up. People think it's bad now. It gets worse.
It's worse in January. It's worse. Yeah. It's worse in January because it's like I told you. It's like if we get past Cardiff in the League Cup, you got the last 2 games of the Champions League format. You got Premier League games. You got, I think, a potential first leg of a semi-final of the League Cup, and you got the third round of the FA Cup.
Hey, what's the important context in that? There's no break. There's no international break.
There's no break. There's no winter break.
It's just back to back. Like literally from now until March. It's basically it ramps up.
Yeah, every like 3 or 4 days.
It ramps up a bit more in December, Jan, but it's basically
as long as you progress in the competitions, you'll play every 3 or 4 days. So.
Yeah, of course he'll get games, but it won't be this week. It won't be this week.
I think he'll play. I think he'll.
We've got Paphos coming up.
His next game might be Leeds. Like Hato's game, he might start him against Leeds. Like I
wouldn't be too. I watched these against.
No, I said might. I'm just saying if not.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying I wouldn't.
If not Leeds, I think he'll definitely start the League Cup game away at Cardiff.
You know who's starting Cardiff. You can already tell. Brenote.
Oh yeah. I know Brenote.
Gui or the lap. Our squad's at the end of the day. I had a debate and I did well yesterday. People arguing me. Couldn't say nothing. At the end of the day, chat. Chelsea squad has improved to the level. Andrew, is a different debate. You might not rate Garnacho to 10 out of 10. You might rate him 1 out of 10. But definitely, we have 2 left wingers. We have 2 free right wingers. We have 2 strikers. We have more than 1 cam. We've got many options. Whether you rate these options or not, chat, that's on you, innit? That's on you. But I think our squad has improved numbers-wise and quality-wise from last year. And last year we won 2 trophies, made it far in the. Actually, we didn't make it far in the FA Cup or Carabao Cup, but I think we can get further this year because our run's definitely improved.
Well, semi-final. Listen, no, I know we shouldn't like take anything for granted.
Final, right?
Yes, Cardiff away.
Our next game after that is Wembley.
We shouldn't take anything for granted, of course, but we should be definitely looking at least a semi-final in the League Cup, and then hopefully we can get into the top 8. Even if we finish 8th, I'll be fine in the top 8 of the Champions League thing, right? And then you miss out. You don't have to play those 2 extra games, so that's good. Do you know what I mean? So then you.
I have no doubts we're going to get through. We definitely get through, but I don't want it to be.
I think we'll get through. It's just a difference of playing 2 extra games.
Yeah. But yeah, and even now they've improved the. If you get top 8, you definitely get the away game.
You get the home game second leg.
Yeah, so like all those little things do make a difference. It does make a difference. I don't want our Champions League run to end early because it builds bad narratives. It's just not good. But
yeah,
we are improving. Prodigy, you're seeing in real time. This is why the title says the way it says. We're setting tone.
I think what has to be taken into account as well. We haven't actually got a settled like 11.
Yeah.
Like I keep saying, he makes at least 4 to 5 changes every game. Do you know what I mean? Like centre back partnership, he changes nearly every game.
Yeah,
which shouldn't help. Do you know what I mean? It shouldn't really help. You need a settled, but like you could change like the fullbacks every game. Do you know what I mean? But like the centre backs, you need like a partnership. Do you know what I mean? Like, and we shouldn't be the ironic thing. We shouldn't have these many clean sheets for the amount of times we change centre back partnerships. Do you know what I mean? We shouldn't have like 6.
So what Arsenal get praised for and other teams get praised for, where the system getting so implemented that you can take out 2-3 players in the centre, in the defence or the midfield, and it doesn't make a difference. Burnley,
we're arguably missing, no matter what people say and what level you think he is, we're arguably missing our best defender in centre back in Levi Colwill. Do you know what I mean? Like, if he was there, what more could we do? Do you know what I mean? In terms of like keeping clean sheets and progressing the ball even faster than when we are doing at the back. And also he's left-footed, so he play out both sides of the pitch. Do you know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
That's the thing. When people, even we do it naturally, we kind of forget that Palmer and all these guys being out. Like, that's our spine of our team just gone. By the way,
no Palmer FC.
I don't like looking for sympathy too much. I don't really mention it even in my own streams because like you kind of have to get on with it. You can't change the things that you can't control. So I'm not.
I think that takes a measure of how
you
good Maresca.
You need to factor it into your assessment. Like for example, teams like Spurs. The reason why they're getting cooked, Andrew, isn't because they're missing all the injuries. Because even despite their injuries, they're not playing well. So
they're 0.07.
Oh, if we had our players back, it'd improve. With what evidence? Because you're not playing good anyway.
No evidence.
Exactly. So that's the opposite with Chelsea. We're playing good despite our injury. So when we say to people, if we bring back Palmer, we'd improve. You can't argue against it. Do you get it?
Yes, I agree, and that's why that's why I think it's heinous and so illogical that people are still like doubting like Maresca in terms of the job he's doing. Do you know what I mean? It's like, bro, he never gets back.
There's still Maresca that was out there. No way.
I think there is. He never gets back properly. He's never got backed in the transfer window properly in the 2 summers he's been there. Do you know what I mean? But yet he still manages to cobble together a run of results. Of course, we're going to lose here and there. We just are. It's just natural. It's naturally going to happen, right? We are going to lose. But this is the type of run we're on now. We're on like 5 out of 6 games that we won that we need to capitalize even more. I would like if we come through like this December and January, and we're still like a low single digit points away from the top, then I'm very pleased.
If we are, I'd even say like less than double digits behind Arsenal before Jan.
Yeah.
Obviously, it would probably mean we're not out of the title race, but it'd be very difficult to bridge that gap. But it will mean, despite being off title race, we're still in a very healthy position. And by the way, if I'm assuming being that point off will still be second.
But my thing is, it's not. My thing is that I'm not saying it's a title race yet. 'Cause we're still not even December, right? My thing would be keep me away from a top 4 race. Do you know what I mean? So then, if we're comfortably in the top 4, then I can really have a laser focus on cups. Do you know what I mean? The FA Cup, the Champions League, and stuff like that. If we're not in a title
race, if we keep doing this form where it's like, you win 3, you might drop points or draw, or even lose, we'll still be 5. Like how we are now is we're like 1 win away to being like very comfortable, where teams can win and we're still 5-6 points in front of them. So that would mean we would need to essentially lose 2-3 games to be back in the race, which is fine. Because I can't see Chelsea going in a 2-3 losing streak. I can't. So no. I want to be that's why it's a bit annoying, because I think everyone dropped points. I need United to drop points, because that mean we could literally drop points against Arsenal and lose and still be 3 points clear of everyone else, which is very helpful.
I need like 2 things.
I want it more than 3, but it's still early. So I
need Everton win just so Man United don't win, and I need Everton win because it pushes Liverpool down to 12. So
you know what? I didn't think about that actually. That's a good point.
It's like
I can't argue with that. That's true. After top, 100% user. I don't know your name because it's not showing on my YouTube, but 100%. We're not saying we want to be a top 4 battle, and we're not getting too giddy saying it's done. We're definitely making top 3. Like I'm just saying, you can only talk about what you see right now. What have you done for me lately? And so this week will either cement we're a really top team, or it will cement we're just doing better than last season.
Don't be one of those. Don't be one person in the chat. Don't be one of those standard goons. Do you know what I mean? I really hate those standards people, because they don't apply logic to the actual situation that we're in. You can still have your own standards of what Chelsea were and need to get back to, and hold those standards, but you have to have realism on who's playing for your club at the time. Do you know what I mean? Say for instance, we were Chelsea, but we had the Burnley squad. I couldn't apply past standards to Chelsea with that Burnley squad, and they're still. I think we're still deficient in areas. People are playing better, but I think we're still deficient in certain areas. And overall, I think we're too inconsistent still. Do you know what I mean? Like we can drop a stinker performance here and it will cost us. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm not like, when I have pride, but I'm realistic with it as well.
Yeah, to Ali's point, that's funny, because I thought I didn't get pressed at all, but that's your opinion, bro. But my thing is, let them be arrogant. This is the thing, Stephen. Yeah, if you know me on YouTube long enough, the reason why people always tell me to go on football terrace and never found Arsenal don't win stuff is because what I like to do, Andrew, I like to listen to these streams. Yeah, all in my head. The only stream I waffle on is my own, because it's mine.
Yeah,
so I can talk to you guys and give them more. But when it comes to other people's streams, I listen, and then when the time's right, you pounce. So maybe this weekend,
say for instance, on Sunday, with Sunday we beat Arsenal, right? Celebrate the win, but don't go overboard, right? Because
I won't do the opposite. Yeah,
we got Leeds, because I tell you what, we got Leeds the Wednesday after, right? And I don't like projecting, like going to different games, but if we drop points at Leeds if we beat Arsenal, that Arsenal win means nothing. Legit. Do you know what I mean? Because we dropped points at Leeds and we shouldn't do. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean
that's what I'm saying. I don't know about you, but my general feeling is, I think if we beat Arsenal or Barca, I thought we'll beat Leeds, because it was not even about the feeling. It's more like we're just a different team then.
So if we beat Chess,
I can't see us beating Arsenal and Barca and not beating Leeds.
So here's the difference, right? The difference in confidence levels of beating Barcelona, but beating Barcelona and playing well is a different confidence than just beating Barcelona, right? If we beat Barcelona and it's a scrappy game, you'll take some confidence into it, right? But if you beat Barcelona, even if it's just 1-0 or 2-1 or something, but you play well, then your confidence shoots up. You then go into the Arsenal game with confidence, and I no doubt, as we've seen in the past, we always raise our game for these big games, right? If we then beat Arsenal playing well, and even if it's 1-0 or 2-1, then our confidence goes even higher, and then we should be going to Leeds, and we should be really, I don't like the word, but we should be beating them. They're not in good form. They're in terrible form. Now the Bournemouth game, the Bournemouth game,
they've only won
They've lost 5 in the last 6 or something like that.
Yeah, I think they've won 1 home game in the league. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And momentum is key as well. Keep the momentum going. Keep the momentum going. It helps the confidence. Do you know what I mean? You then start to feel that you can win. You can win.
Yeah, like I want to look at basically to help the team in general. I want to look at last season and be like, how did we flop last season? What happened in the 6-game run when we lost against Fulham, Bournemouth draw, Everton draw? Why did that happen, Andrew? Then you have to break that down. Why that happened? What's your reason?
I think Maresca didn't help himself when he came out and said we're not in a title race. I think he needs to privately, if he doesn't think we're in a title race, fine. But he needs to privately think it, not say it, and just simply come out and go, we're doing very well. We're just going along. Do you know what I mean? We're going to be in 4 competitions. We're just going along. We're just treating one game at a time. You know what I mean? It's December. It's November, December. We're just doing our job. You know what I mean? That's what he doesn't even need to. He doesn't need to refer to the title.
Yes, well. Keep it moving, innit?
Keep it moving. So let's. Oh, you know what he said? Well, let's see how far we can go. It's just so
it's a good question. Like it's a good question, chat. But before I answer this question with Andrew at the end of the stream, I need everyone to smash that like button. If everybody who's watching who's not subscribed, I know you lot watch me on other platforms. I know you watch Andrew on other platforms. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Because my channel is definitely growing a lot more than I thought it would. So I've got a responsibility now to talk Chelsea to you lot. Sub that button. Press it. Sub to me. Get me to 2450 as soon as possible. On this stream would be great. Few minutes left. Sub now. Sub. Like the video. Yeah? Andrew. Last question. Everyone wants to know. Could you guys see us having that PSG performance? And if you had to choose one game to win, which one would it be, Andrew?
Oh no! If I could choose the PSG performance in one of the 2 games, it'd definitely be against Arsenal.
Oh,
because they're like difficult. They're going to be so difficult to break down defensively. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, I don't think we need to have a PSG performance to break down Barcelona. I don't. I think we can have like a Liverpool type performance against Barcelona, and press them and because they play sort of a high line as well. So I think we could do that. I think we could have that type of performance and have a PSG type performance against Arsenal. That's what I would do.
Everyone's gone for Asna. Everyone's gone for Asna. Hey, I don't even think it's a debate. And listen, my boys messaged me saying, you guys are rattled by Arsenal. Because some of my guys watch these shows, innit? Bro, we're just talking about the 2 games, Andrew.
We only mention Arsenal because we're close to playing them.
Games. What's man on? Yeah. Like, anyway, everyone knows Asna is the one, man. Because I think to be 3 points behind them, that tight in the league, it makes it interesting. It makes it interesting.
It does. It
doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things because we don't know what's going to happen in the future. We can't predict it that much.
Yes.
But it definitely makes it interesting for the next few weeks because that will definitely make people question us a lot more. Rah. I thought Chelsea were just happy-go-lucky, innit? Like, just
and like a good performance that non-controversial either. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that they can say about the ref. There's nothing they can say about VAR or something like that. There's nothing that they can say. If it's like a good, even if it's a 1-0 win, but it's like a good 1-0 performance win from us. Do you know what I mean? It says a lot. That would be it as well. Beating Arsenal and keeping a clean sheet as well against Arsenal would also send a message as well. Because it would be like, hang on a minute.
Yeah, that would be right.
We think, and we're rightly so, that their centre backs and goalkeeper the weakness of their team, but Arsenal couldn't break them down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just for them to go from beating Spurs 4-1 and everyone going, Spurs are rubbish though, and then they go to Chelsea, don't score, and then we win, even if it's a scrappy penalty, it's like rah.
Yeah.
But more because they've got 1 more clean sheet than us. Like they've got a better defense than us. I think they've only conceded, to be fair, like 4 more. You conceded 4 or 5 more.
They conceded 6. No, they conceded 6 goals. We conceded 11. So
it's not that much difference. Let's be honest.
No, I think we got I think near enough the same. Or they got 1 more clean sheet than us.
They got 1 more clean sheet. They got 7. We got 6. But we've conceded, I think, 5 more goals. So it's not that deep. But
yeah.
But yeah, man. A lot of people in the chat. Make sure you're subscribing to me. Andrew's Twitter will be down below, and you'll see him on many shows. So support Andrew when you see him on shows. We'll be back tomorrow for a massive preview. First one of 2 this week. Tomorrow, Barcelona versus Chelsea at the Bridge. Looks like I won't be going to that game. Maybe Arsenal game might go. But yeah, this game I will be at home watching it. So you guys will get a sick preview show. And I love doing them not too far before the game. So it'll be 5 o'clock. So in that kind of period where everyone starts getting nervous after work. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you guys enjoy that stream, sub, comment, let me know your thoughts on this show. It's been a sick show. Thanks, Andrew, for joining, as always. And we'll hopefully get big pounds tomorrow to the game. But yeah, love people. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.